What's going on, y'all, man? It's Dan from DanEntertainsU, and look, I know you see by the thumbnail that this is kind of a different kind of video, but as I just posted my 100th video, last video, if you haven't seen it already, go watch. I wanted to take the time to make a different kind of video today. I wanted y'all to hear some things that I have learned while on my journey to making this 100th video. And before I get into that, man, if y'all have enjoyed, watching these videos so far, if you're new to DanEntertainsU and you want to continue to see the videos, you want to continue to follow along, with the progress of this channel, man, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure you guys hit that bell so you know whenever I post another video. For as many times I said that, I didn't think I would stutter on that part, but I mean, it happens, you feel me? But I appreciate every single one of y'all for y'all support up until this point, man. I thank you guys so much. Y'all have been amazing, man. As I've been continuing to grow as a YouTuber, man, it's been so fun watching my progress, but y'all's growth as well. You guys grow. Like, it's been so fun watching that, and I'm just so thankful for every single one of y'all, man. And I thank God for giving me the ability to be able to have this platform to be able to make this video or make these videos, right? I thank God because it only comes from him. It's only possible with him, so I thank God for that as well. We're on the road to 700 subscribers. Last time I checked, we were like, what, 9 subs away? So let's get to 700, man. Let's get to 700, man. Let's continue to grow the family, man. Let's continue to grow the channel so that we can be at 700. I love you guys so much. I appreciate y'all. Without further ado, oh yeah, this still applies. Let's get into the video. Let's see what it's talking about, which I already know because I'm making the video, duh. But anyway, you get it. So I have a list here of things that, well, I'm gonna just go over here because you're gonna see what I'm gonna do here. But I have a list of things that I have learned while on my journey to 100 videos. And the first thing that I wanna say, I have learned is to trust God. Now, me trusting God has got me so far, and in fact, knowing that God gave me this, God allowed me to be able to make these videos, to be able to have the equipment to make the videos, to know what videos I want to watch, to be able to have the confidence to be able to do this, period. All of that comes from God. But this whole process has been me trusting God. When you step out and do something, right, when you do something like YouTube, right, that takes it takes time to grow. Like, you really have to trust God, because you're thinking that you're not, you're expecting yourself to blow up off one video. Like, you can't tell me like y'all ain't, you thinking that, okay, if I start YouTube, I'm gonna blow up after my second video. Like, that's not how it works. But it's like, trusting God during this process has been something that has got me this far, and it's kept me going even during the moments where I felt like I wasn't gonna make it, to be honest. Because y'all know how it is, when you're doing something, you're continuing to push for something every single day, every single week for months, there will be days where you feel like that you won't make it, or that you won't be successful. But me trusting God has allowed me to be able to trust everything that he's doing within this space, and how he's been changing me and growing me, outside of YouTube as well. But outside of YouTube, on YouTube, just how he's been working in my life, he's really been doing that. So it's really been a big thing for me. That's really one of the things, that's the most important thing that I have learned on this journey. Number 2 is consistency isn't always posting 5 videos a week. And that's something that I had to, really come to terms with as I've been growing as a YouTuber. I've been pretty consistent on YouTube every week. Like, I could count on one hand the number of weeks where I didn't post any content on YouTube, because I had to change my thought pattern. I used to think, dang, if I post 50 videos a week, that's exaggeration. Okay, let me stop. If I post 5 videos a week, I post a video every single day, then I'll blow up faster, I'll grow faster. But in reality, as a young, 22-year-old, who's in college, still have a job, still having a job and things like that, and, still continuing to grow as, a young man, there's things that happen in life where I may not be able to post a video that day, or I may not just feel like it, to be honest. I may be drained, I might have something else to do, I can't post a video, but even if it's one video that day, even if it's one video that week, that is still consistent, because you're being consistent every week, and even if you have a week where you don't post a video, if you post one video the next week, you're still being consistent, right? I had to change my thought pattern and realize that inconsistency is you literally like being here for a video and then you disappear for like a few weeks, and then you come back with another video, then you disappear, then you come back with another video, then you disappear. That's inconsistency. But consistency, is tailored to you, right? It's you continuing to show up, no matter if it's 1 video a week or 2 videos a week, or sometimes it can be 5 videos a week. Like, I know y'all remember in March, I had a week where I just went crazy and uploaded every day, which is so crazy, by the way. I'm so proud of myself for that. But consistency can look different ways for you in a different season. One season, it may be 5 videos a week, shoot. But in another season, it could be just 1 video a week. But however it is, whatever season you're in, as long as you're showing up every week, that's consistent. And that's a word for you too, just in case you're struggling too with consistency. You doing something, you making sure you attack your week, making sure you get something good out of the week, it's still consistency. It's still consistent, right? So don't beat yourself up, just like I'm trying not to beat myself up for the days and the weeks that I don't post nothing, right? Because we're human, we have stuff to do. But anyway, moving on. Number 3, comparison will kill your motivation. And this is something that I had to really internalize, because as an upcoming YouTuber, right, I see other people, like I see either my friends or I see other people, they have these big YouTube channels. Even my sister, right? My sister at Mitch So Rich, if you don't know who she is, go subscribe to her channel, but she's hilarious. But she's been doing YouTube for a few years now, and you see where she's at now with 17,000 subscribers plus, last time I checked. But, you know, with different people who I see, it's like, dang, bro, like I want to be where they at. I want to be, you know, having the type of views that they got or the type of subscribers or whatever. But doing that and wanting to be where they are versus where you are right now will make you really drive yourself into the ground. You'll start thinking that what you're doing isn't the right thing. You'll start thinking that you'll never, you know, grow as a YouTuber. You'll start thinking that, you know, you're not being consistent enough, like I just talked about in the last point. You'll start thinking that you know what I'm saying, you need to do more. Like every lazy moment will feel like, no, like I need to get to it, bro. Like I can't rest. But that's not the truth. Like you have to rest. But if you're constantly being driven by a comparison mindset of you thinking that you gotta be like the next person, then you won't be able to really pace yourself the way you need to. You won't be able to be consistent but also be healthy, because doing this every day can be unhealthy sometimes, if I'm being real. Like you're sitting in front of a computer, you're stressing about what you should do, whatever, this, that, and the third, you having to put stuff together. It takes time, and sometimes it can be stressful. But if you're not doing without getting rest and making sure you're okay, making sure your body's okay, making sure your mental is right, you would drive yourself into the ground. So remember that you are exactly where you need to be, and this is for me too, but this is also for you. You are exactly where you need to be. You're moving at exactly the pace that you need to move. And plus, you know, it takes people years to get to where they got to, right? You rarely see people blow up off 1 to 2 videos, and if they do, they don't last that long. Their longevity is not that long. Stuff takes years. Everybody who you know probably was doing what they're doing for years before they actually, well, we saw them at the point that they're at now, right? So moral of the story is it takes time, but it's not that you're behind. You're not behind anybody, nothing like that. Nobody's ahead of you. You're right where you need to be. But the big thing is making sure that you don't forget where you are and not pushing yourself to be at a place where you are not at. Number 4, finding the video is half the process. I'm gonna come back in the middle because I want to be in the middle. Sorry. I want to be in the middle. Hi guys. In my experience of being a reaction YouTuber, finding the video is half the process. Like finding the video that I'm gonna watch is literally half of the video. Like editing is one thing. I've gotten a lot better with editing time wise, and then posting the video is, you know, it's easy, right? But the hardest part really is finding the video that you want to watch. And as a reactor to videos, right? Like I'll be thinking like, dang, like bro, what video should I watch? What video is really going to get the audience attention? What's going to get y'all's attention? But something that I've had to also realize is that I make the video. Like they make the video, but I make this video. You know what I'm saying? Like I make this video. Like whatever it is that I'm reacting to, it's going to be that video still regardless, because they've already put that video out. That video's already been published. Nothing is going to be able to change that video. But the video that I do is dependent upon me, right? So however I react to whatever video I react to is going to be on me, right? That's how I make the video. It's half of the process, because you also don't want to be reacting to something that's boring. Like you don't want to be reacting to something that you're just not gonna have nothing to say about, because that kills your point. I mean, you're a reaction channel. You have to react to the video, right? But also while doing that, not to overthink about the video, because it doesn't matter whatever video you choose to watch that you want to watch. Ultimately, it's your reaction that people are looking for. It's your reaction, what you have to say, and your opinion, and your personality, and your charisma or whatever that people are watching the channel for. Because it's not their channel, it's your channel, right? So again, don't think so much about the video. Yes, the video does matter, because you don't want to watch something crazy, or you don't want to react to something like so overly crazy, but you also want to make sure that you're picking a good video that you can react to, that you know. That's why it's important to find your niche. Like find your niche, whatever you think you're going to be good at, whatever type of videos you like to watch, find it and make sure that it's something that you know you're going to be able to like and react to. Like for me, it's body cam videos. I like body cam videos. It's not the only thing I'm going to react to, but that's like my thing. Like I love watching those, right? But I know I can react to those, but my reaction still is going to make the video. The body cam just going to be the body cam footage, but how I react to it, it makes Dan Entertains You, Dan Entertains You. you. You know what I'm saying? But it's still half the process. That's like the biggest part, I would say, aside from editing, which does take a long time, but I mean, it's editing is pretty straightforward and you get better with that over time too. So moving on to number 5. Being yourself will take you so much farther. We have a lot of people in this world who try to be copycats. Like, if I'm gonna be honest, like, we have a lot of people who try to do content, who try to copy other people. And I will tell you, being yourself is going to take you so much farther, because at the end of the day, you are yourself. You're not nobody else but you. You have your own personality, your own character traits, your own things you like, the own way you do things, your own creative mindset. That is yours. Yes, you can pull inspiration from other people. You can pull inspiration from other YouTubers, but at the end of the day, it is gonna be you. It's gonna be only you. So you have to be yourself, because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that's gonna last. Whatever you do to somebody else, like let's say you're copying somebody else and they get canceled for whatever reason. If you're trying to be just like them, you're next. You're gonna get canceled too, or you're gonna be put in that same bubble as them. That's why being yourself is so important, because you're original, right? People can like you for you, and you can continue to do whatever content that you're doing for a long time, right? You won't never feel bored. You won't never feel like you're working, like you're like, oh my gosh, I don't feel like doing this. You won't never feel like that, because you're being yourself, and you're basically just presenting who you are on a day-to-day basis to the internet. You're basically just showing who you are to the internet. And that's something that I've learned while doing YouTube. Like, literally, I have gotten to 100 videos. I have been having so much fun making these 100 videos, because every single video, I'm literally being myself. Every single video, I'm being exactly how I am on camera, is exactly how I am off camera. And my friends know, look, listen, if you're friends with me, you know this is exactly how I am. Like, how I act on camera is exactly how I act in person. And it makes it easier. It doesn't feel like a job. It doesn't feel like I'm working too hard. Like, yeah, it feels like work because it's not easy, but it feels easy because I'm not having to put on a facade. I'm not having to show you guys something that that's not true. Like, it's genuinely me though. You feel me? Like, it's me. So that's something big, and that's for all of you too. Be yourself, man. You can never go wrong with being yourself. Be yourself. It will last. It will last. It will last. And you can go so much further by doing that. And with that being said, number 6, a bad week or video does not make you a bad YouTuber. Now, this is a mental challenge right here. This is something, if you can overcome this mentally, bro, you'll be good to go. Because with YouTube is such a journey. YouTube is such a long journey, to the point where you're gonna have bad videos. You're gonna have some videos that do really, really good. You'll have a week of posting YouTube videos and you may get like banging views. And you may have a week right after that, literally right after that, where your videos just don't do good at all. And you'll be in your head thinking like, dang, is my YouTube career over? Should I quit YouTube? Like, no, that's not the case, bro. Sometimes you have a video that doesn't do good, but that does not mean that you're a bad YouTuber. That does not mean that you're a bad creator. It does not mean that you have to quit YouTube. It just means that the video just didn't perform well. It won't even mean that it's a bad video. If you learn something new, if you got better at a technique, if you got better at a skill, if you got better at an editing style, if you got better at making a thumbnail, if you got better at choosing a video, if you got better at whatever, if you got better at something, it's not a bad video, because you can take that into the next video and you will see that you will continue to have videos that do good and do bad. That's just a part of YouTube, right? Even the biggest creators have some videos that do bad and do good, right? Now, when you're growing as a creator, our bad looks different than other people's bad. Like, for example, you have a channel that has like 1 million subscribers and they get like 500K views every video, whatever. A bad video to them, a bad performing video to them might be like 200K views or 100K views. That's still a lot to us, right? But as a growing creator, when your numbers are a little bit smaller, then it can look way worse than what it is in actuality. Like, for example, if you're like, I'm gonna use myself on a good videos for me are like what, 200 to 300 views. Anything above that is just exceptional in my book. But on average, it's about what, 100 to 200, 300 views. That's about, you know what I'm saying, a range for me where I'm like, okay, we're good, right? Now, I may have a video sometimes where I get 10 views, I get 20 views, 30 views, right? I had to get out of the mindset of thinking, okay, dang it, since I got 30 views, I'm just a bad YouTuber. Like, that's not the case. Like, since your numbers are, since you're just now beginning, you may have some videos like that, but that doesn't mean you're a bad YouTuber, right? Keep pushing, keep going, keep putting out those videos. The video that you think is good, put it out, because oftentimes the video that you think is so terrible, people will love it. So put the videos out, continue to be consistent, bro. Don't think of any video as a bad video just because they didn't get no views, because if you do that, then you're training your brain and your consistency, you're training your passion to only function and activate off of your views, which is what you don't want. You want to be passionate about something because you genuinely genuinely love it, no matter what money you get, no matter what, you know, views or likes or subscribers you get, because you genuinely like to do it. So when you focus on that, when you focus on what you're passionate about, when you're doing that, it won't matter how many views you get, because you know the views are gonna go up. Everything's gonna go up with time. So when you realize that, bro, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be just fine. That's for me too. That's what I had to realize on this YouTube journey to 100 videos. Hear me? Now, with that being said, on to point 7. Pay attention to the analytics. This is something that I really had to start doing myself. I used to do that a lot when I first started, but then I kind of stopped because I don't really like looking at my views. I don't like looking at my subscriber count or whatever. I don't like looking at that stuff. But you have to look at that, and looking at your analytics is so important, because analytics tell you everything, right? Well, not everything, but they tell you majority of everything. Like when you look at analytics, bro, that will literally tell you what you need to improve on and what works. It will help you be able to see what people like, be able to help you see what people may not like. It'll help you see when people are on YouTube, when you should post, you know, your watch time, your engagement rate. It helps you see all these things, which can, and then you can take and apply back to YouTube to help you grow. And these things are super important when you're being consistent, because making adjustments is something you always have to do. You always have to make adjustments, whether it's your editing, your style, your thumbnails, the way you talk in the videos, or the way you create different things. So everything has to be adjusted sometimes. Sometimes you gotta adjust some things, and that's okay. But analytics will really help you do that. Now, am I saying to hinge everything on analytics? No, because sometimes you just have to trust your process. Sometimes analytics may look bad because you're a smaller creator. That's just what it is, right? So am I saying completely disregard whatever you're doing, what you feel like you should have been doing for the start because your analytics say something different? No, but I am saying pay attention to analytics in most areas, right? Most areas are important. Like for example, when to post, right? Looking and seeing based on your recent videos when people are on YouTube is a great thing to look at for when you should post your YouTube videos, because that will show you when you should post your YouTube videos so that then people can see it, right? Your watch time, right? If people watch your video for like what, 6 seconds or whatever, and they click off, then you know that you need to change some things within that first 15 seconds of your video, right? Does that mean change the whole video? Absolutely not. But maybe you need a better hook. Maybe you need a better way to grab people's attention when they first click on your video, right? Which is something that can be fixed, right? You can do that without deviating from your whole creative style. But some things, there are things in there in analytics that you should really pay attention to that can really help you grow as a YouTuber. It's just like any business, right? You have these businesses, right, who look at their analytics, right? They look at their profit, their loss, all these different things, right? And they make adjustments. It's the same way with YouTube. You gotta look at those analytics, right? Does that mean sit on there and look at them for hours and hours a day, every single day? No. Maybe check your analytics once a week, right? After a week of creating. Maybe check your analytics once a week, or once every 2 weeks, or maybe once a month. Shoot, you can even do once a month. I think that's a good idea. And go back and write stuff down, write down what you think you need to change, and make adjustments. Check those analytics. They will help you out, and they're there for a reason, right? But this applies to all content, right? This applies to Instagram, TikTok, everything, Twitter, Facebook. It applies to everything, right? Check those analytics. And that leads us to point number 8. Stop overthinking and just do it. When you stop overthinking about something and just do it, you will see what you need to be able to go forward, right? A lot of us, we sit and we just like think about, dang, like I hope they're gonna like this. Should I do this? Should I do that? Oh my gosh, what if they don't like it? Oh my gosh, what if it doesn't? Bro, just do it. Stop thinking about everybody else, right? If you know you want to do something, if you know that you have something on your heart that you want to do, especially if God has put something on your heart to do it, right? Do not sit there and continue to wait for everybody else's approval to do something, because you will be waiting for years. Do it, see your own mistakes, see if it works, see if it doesn't work. If it doesn't work, oh well, you lost nothing. You didn't lose anything. You probably gained some creative skill. You gained, you eliminated something off the list that you can do. There's something that you gain from doing it versus you just sitting there and thinking about it. If it sits up here, it's not going to make you any money. If it sits up here, it's not going to grow you at all as a creator. It's not going to help you progress if it sits up here. You have to do it. If you're scared to make that video, don't be scared, do it. If you're worried about what other people say, when you make those videos, you'll get your own audience, right? You're worried about people not supporting you. You're worried about people talking about you, talking about the videos you make. Bro, you're going to find your audience when you actually start. When you actually start creating, when you actually start making those YouTube videos, bro, everybody who is supposed to support you will come to you. All the supporters, all the followers, all the subscribers will come, right? And sometimes it may not be the people that you know. Sometimes the people who you know will not support you. And I know this for a fact. I have plenty of people who know me, who don't support me, who don't support my YouTube, who don't watch no videos, who don't like nothing, who don't do nothing. Like they don't, you know what I'm saying? saying? I have that in my life right now. But has that stopped me from getting to the point, to my 100 video, to almost 700 subscribers, to almost, well, past 400,000 views on this YouTube channel? Absolutely not. That has not stopped me, and it can't stop you either. So don't let other people's opinions stop you from doing what you want to do. Don't let other people's opinions stop you from bringing that idea to life. Do it. Make it happen. And you will see what you need to fix and correct along the way. But you got to start first. That's what you got to do. You got to start first. And with that being said, we on to point number 9. Enjoy the process. A lot of us get so hung up in wanting to be at the top. We want to be at the top so bad to the point where we are completely ignoring the process that we're going through. Bro, let me tell y'all, the process of becoming a YouTuber, a big YouTuber, is so fun. Y'all don't even get it. Like, we so worried about having a nice car and a nice penthouse and a night going on vacation and to be on a yacht and having the big money come in and all the big subscribers. Bro, that we're missing that these little moments are so fun. Like that video that you didn't think was good, but it got 1,000 views, or it got 2,000 views, or you know what I'm saying, you got 10 subscribers off one video or whatever. Bro, that stuff is so rewarding to you. Like seeing those little things, appreciating the little accomplishments, even if it's 1 subscriber from a video. Bro, somebody subscribed to your channel based off the content that you put out. It don't matter if you got 5 subscribers from a video. It don't matter if you got 1 subscriber. It don't matter if you got 10 subscribers. It don't matter if you got 15. Bro, those people subscribed to your channel. They didn't care how many subscribers you had. They didn't care about the quality of your video. They subscribed to your channel because they want to see more of your content. That is something that goes way beyond like anything. Like, bro, yeah, it can be different at the higher level, but what you don't know is when you get to them higher marks, when you're like busting, like you got so many, whatever, that, you know, happiness that you get from the little things goes away. You don't feel that no more because you're basically, you made it, right? So appreciate this time while you have it. Appreciate the small moments of you getting those little 1 subscribers, or you get those 2 likes, or you get those 10 likes, or you get those 20 likes, or you get those 50 views, or those 100 views. Bro, you know how many people, you know how full a room would be if it had 100 people in it? You know how many people 100 people is? Like if you put, I was thinking about this today, bro. If you put 100 people in one room, that is how many people saw your video. That's how many people watched the video. You put 50 people in a room, that's how many people saw your video. That's a lot of people. Think about that. Don't let that go to waste. Don't let that thought just go down the drain. It's important. And it's very impactful. Like, that's very powerful, bro. Like, literally, take them small wins. Take those wins, bro. Take those small wins. Continue to improve, bro. And you will see that God will reward that, because God is a God who rewards gratefulness. He rewards you when you're grateful for the little things, and he will bless you with more. So be grateful, and be happy about this process that you're on, because you need to be. Would you rather make your big mistakes now while you're a small YouTuber, or would you want to make them when you're a big YouTuber? Which one is going to cost you more? Think about that. And with that being said, we're on to point number 10. All advice is not good advice. This is important. This is important right on your journey, because along your journey, you'll have a lot of people who some people don't have no ill intent at all. They don't have no ill intent at all, right? Believe me, hear me when I say that. Everybody does not have ill intent towards you when they give you advice, right? I'm gonna just make that clear. However, all advice is not good advice, because some people are pulling what they want. They're pulling their ideas. They're pulling how they would do some things and trying to tell you that's how you should do it. That does not mean listen to what they say. Just because somebody who's doing a completely different content style, they're doing a completely different creation style, that does not mean that you have to copy and take in that advice and use it for yourself. Do not lose sight of what you are told to do, especially if God told you to do something, if God told you to create your content a certain way, right? If you've been sitting with this for a while and you know that it's gonna work, stick to it, bro. Stick to it. Don't let nobody try to change your content. Don't let nobody try to change how you do things because they want to see it a different way, right? Because they want to see things done a certain way. Stay true to your own content. Stay true to what you believe in. Stay true to what God told you, and keep pushing, right? And you will see in the years to come, you will see that it pays off. You will see that it paid off, bro. There's no way, if you're consistent and trusting God, that it doesn't pay off, right? Stay consistent, bro. Am I saying all advice is bad advice? Absolutely not. There are some people, I've gotten great advice when it comes to YouTube from people, right? Other creators. I've gotten great advice I still use to this day, right? That have completely changed a lot of things for me, right? But it's about you knowing and discerning what to use, right? What advice to take and what advice to be like, I appreciate you, but that's okay, right? And there's nothing wrong with saying that. You're not saying that anybody's a bad creator by not, or a bad person, period, by not listening to their advice, right? They're not a bad person, right, for the advice they gave you, but the advice just simply doesn't apply to you. You just don't want to use that advice. You don't think the advice will help your channel, and that's okay, right? That is perfectly fine, right? I'm sure they have advice that they've turned down because they didn't think it would benefit them, or they didn't think that it would help, right? It's okay, bro. It's okay to turn down advice, but you would rather turn down that advice and they feel the type of way, or they don't feel the type of way, rather than you take the advice and it changes everything for you. You start being upset with the content you're creating. You don't really genuinely like what you're doing now because you allow somebody to feel like that their advice was game changer for you. That you had to listen to, or you would literally fail as a YouTuber. Trust in yourself and trust in God, right? Trust yourself. You got this. And with that being said, man, that's the end. I know this is a pretty long video. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but you know, when something's on Dan's mind, he got to speak it. So I really hope that y'all enjoyed this video, man. Again, I thank you guys so much for supporting me all the way until this 100th video. I thank you guys for everybody who's liked, viewed, or subscribed, man, or even just visited the channel. You know, I appreciate every single one of y'all, man. Y'all have really changed my life for real. And I just thank you guys so much. And this is only the beginning, bro. We've just getting started, man. On the video 200, man. Y'all be safe, be smooth. Remember, Jesus loves you. And I'll see y'all next video, man.